Ask and you shall receive. Hello and welcome back. For those of you who don't know, I'm Natalie and I'm mum to 3 kids aged 6, 5 and 3. So back in July I traded in our Land Rover Discovery Sport for this Seat Ateca. Now that I've had it a couple of months, I think it's time I told you what I really think of it. So hit the subscribe button and let's get on with it. We traded in the Land Rover because the exhaust filter kept getting blocked. I've done a video on the whole choosing and buying this car process, which I've linked up at the top if you want to go and check it out. So back to the point of this video, is this car actually any good for our family of 5? So this is the first petrol car that either of us has had in about 10 years, and if you've driven petrol and diesel cars you know that they both drive a bit differently, so you have to adapt. And what we've found with going to the petrol from having diesels for so long is that we wheel spin a lot, and so we've had to adjust. I wheel spin a lot, so we've had to adjust how we're driving to stop that. Though I must admit I'm not looking forward to snow and ice down the back of our house in the winter. I think I'm going to have to park the car around the front when the weather's bad. So the boot space I found pretty incredible. We were prepared, with this being smaller than the Land Rover, to get a top box if needed, but I've managed to fit all my tables, stock, displays for my craft fairs in here, and me and the kids managed to pack it for going to Blackpool with all our stuff we needed for the week, plus pushchair, buggy board, scooter and some food and drink, without having to put the seats down, and it's been adequate for what we've wanted to do. The electric open and close is really cool, but as you can see it's quite slow, so when it's raining stuff gets a bit wet. The back seats are a bit squishy for the kids with their car seats to fit the 3 of them in, so as you can see we've got this booster seat, and I mean that one does fit nicely there, but because Ryan's autistic he has to sit there, and of course he's the oldest, so Ethan has to have that in the middle, which is a bit of a squish, but it is manageable, like without too much hassle. I like that the wing mirrors flash at you if there's something in your blind spot, but I don't like that the car keeps beeping at you when you drive close to something. So the reversing cameras are really cool. However, this top view camera is my favourite for bay parking because, as you can see, it shows you whether you're in between the lines or not. And if we take a look from outside, you can see it's pretty accurate as well, which is good. I'm going to let you all guess how many attempts it took me to park in that space. Let me know in the comments. So the keyless entry on the passenger side does my head in, because every time the kids go to get in the car, they end up locking it, and I've got to unlock it again. The sound system's okay, it's nothing special, but the cruise control is all the way down here, so I find it really awkward to use because I keep flashing everyone with my headlights instead of knocking the cruise control on. But you don't have a problem with the cruise control, no, do you? You find it alright? The best bit about the cruise control though is that it will vary your speed based on the traffic in front of you, so it will keep you a set distance away from the car in front of you. So if the car slows down and speeds up, your car will slow down and speed up so long as it's under the speed you've set to keep up with it, so you don't have to keep switching it on and off if the traffic speed varies or switching lanes. So that's really cool, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Now we have put the car unwittingly through its paces. The alloys have had a little bit of a scuff. We've had a door, someone else's car door, dinged into it. And then this morning, whilst we were on the school run, we noticed that there's a chip and a crack. So the windscreen's going to get replaced next week. But we've also had a couple of electrical things which I want to tell you about. So I did have an instance one morning where this display just went completely black and didn't work at all, but that then rectified itself the next day, and we've not had any issues with that since. This morning when I was taking the kids to school, I stopped at the traffic lights when the lights were red, and then they went green, went to pull off, and the car wouldn't go, and it came up saying gearbox error. Did that a couple of times, so I just put my hazards on, put it in park, let all the traffic go, and then once the traffic was gone I tried again and it worked, and again that's not happened again since. So there's some things. But overall I think it's a pretty good car and it serves our family really well. I was quite reluctant to get rid of the Land Rover because I loved it so much, but I am quite content with this car. So thank you, John Jones. It was your comment that inspired this video, so I hope you've enjoyed it, and let me know what you think of the car in the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.